Let's get to the guy who I had at the top of my preseason Heisman list. That is the Oklahoma quarterback, Spencer Rattler. Spencer, what's going on, man? Thanks for joining us.
Oh yeah, thank you for having me. Just got out of practice, been a busy mock week, getting ready for game one. We're excited.
Listen, everybody's excited for the season, but as I just stated, I had you at the top of my list. You're at the top of a lot of lists for the Heisman Trophy, and I'm sure and we will talk about your team, but just from an individual perspective, how are you dealing with the monumental expectations that have kind of been heaped on you during this offseason?
Yeah, I try not to deal with it. As a team, and Coach Riley keeps it clear with us. All our personal goals will come to life if we win, and not just for me, but everybody on the team. So it's nice seeing your name and all those things, but we're not really worried about expectations. We got to go out and just take it game by game and just have fun with it.
Last year was so interesting watching you because I felt like there was a clear point where you turned the corner. You had those 5 interceptions early in the year, and then in the Red River game late, you guys seemed to find a rhythm, and then you just took off after that point. What did you learn early in the year, playing real speed, game speed, that you were able to transition and become such a more efficient player late?
Yeah, I think the turnovers, just learning from those mistakes, and from that point on, just really limiting that makes it a lot easier for the team to win on both sides of the ball. So just limiting those mistakes and learning game by game, just getting the feel of everything. I think it went really smooth after that, and still got stuff to improve on. Been working on that throughout camp and mock week and all that stuff. So hopefully we can stay sharp from the beginning this year.
All right, so who are the guys that we can expect to be stars for your offense? We know we're going to talk a lot about you. You guys have historically had a great run game. You got to transfer in, a lot of people high on. Obviously, Kennedy Brooks back. We're excited to see him back on the field. Great core of wide receivers. But take us into camp a little bit. In practice, who's shining right now?
Yeah, just to name a few guys. I mean, we got Mike Woods, Theo Weiss, Jaden Hazelwood, Austin Stogner, Braden Willis, Jeremiah Hall. I mean, I could go on and on.
It's an
Marvin
embarrassment
Mims.
of riches.
Hey, I mean, I got to show love to everybody because everybody really contributes in a big way and makes my job a lot easier. Eric Gray transferred from Tennessee. He'll be really good for us. And obviously Kennedy Brooks. So we got a lot of guys. Drake Stoops as well. And then obviously up front, those big boys protecting for us. So I'm excited to see what this whole group can do.
Yeah, you found Drake on that little seam route to basically put away Texas in that Red River game last year. That was an excellent play for the former coaches. By the way, his dad's now working with us, so I'm sure we're going to hear about Drake quite a bit.
Yeah.
From your perspective, the shoes at the quarterback position at OU are so big, right? I mean, so much success, even just recently. But the one consistent has been Lincoln Riley and his ability to put you guys in advantageous spots on the field. What is it like to play a game with him calling the plays and finding that rhythm with your head coach, Lincoln Riley?
Yeah, I think Coach Riley does a great job just, kind of keeping it simple and making it easy for our whole offense just to really be efficient, attack it down the field, have a good run game, and just even everything out. I mean, he definitely makes it easier at the quarterback position, going through your reads, seeing coverages, teaches us a lot of great things. And, it's been great so far, and I'm excited to see what he dials up this year.
Now, one thing that has been changing over the last couple of years, for you guys at least, is the quality of your defensive unit. We've seen that progression over the last couple of years with Alex Grinch as the defensive coordinator, talking about Speed D. I even saw Lincoln Riley with a Speed D shirt on. I was like, man, that's definitely the tides have turned a little bit at OU. Led the Big 12 in sacks and turnovers a year ago, obviously playing such great defense. When you face them in camp, what are you seeing and what should we expect to see out of that defensive side of the ball this year?
Yeah, no, going against those guys is fun every day. I mean, we're gonna get one of the best, if not one of the best defenses in the country, in my opinion. I mean, up front, it's always tough to handle with those guys: Nick Benito, Isaiah Thomas, Perrion Winfrey, just to name a few. Jalen Redmond, those guys are always getting after you, making it tough to get the ball out. And then we got a lot of good young corners coming up. a lot of corners in my class doing well, and obviously we got a veteran safety group and linebacker group. So going against those guys, speed D is a perfect definition for them. They're all fast, swarm to the ball. Their mentality is just it's next level. So I'm excited to be on the same sideline with those guys finally and have them get us the ball back so we can go score some points.
And Spencer, one of the biggest differences from that side that I see is length. A few years ago, a lot of short players in the back end, sub 6 foot. The difference between OU's defense and places like LSU and Ohio State and Clemson and Alabama was the length, the 6'1", 6'2" corner and safety. Now you guys have that.
Yeah, no, that's another thing that makes it difficult for, not just me in practice, but other quarterbacks they'll be going against. Makes it tough on those back shoulder throws, going over the top, fitting it in those close windows because, that length is a big factor at that position. And, that helps us, at the QB position because I'm sure we'll be playing guys that got length at those positions, and we'll have to get used to that.
All right, man, last one for me is how would you define a successful season for the Oklahoma Sooners and Spencer Rattler?
A successful season for us would just be going out every game, dominating every game, winning every game, and see where that takes us. Hopefully takes us to the national championship and win that one. That's been our goal since we won our last one in 2000, and we got to get another one. That's our goal.
Spencer Rattler, hey, man, I appreciate the time. Go out there, ball out. We will see you when Nebraska comes to town. Gus and I will be into town to see the Palace on the Prairie. Kicking at noon. I know you love the noon kick, so I don't even gonna ask about that.
Oh yeah, I'm ready to go.
I know it. All right, bud. Thanks for your time, man. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoy that clip, make sure you click subscribe somewhere down here. From game highlights to exclusive interviews and rankings, we've got everything you need as a college football fan right here. College football on Fox.